Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for a Movie Monday. Continuing our look at the DC animated films, today it's Justice League: Crisis on Two Earths. That's right, everybody. Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups. This is
Jelani Bullard.
This is
Brooks.
The magnificent he is, and so are you for watching this video. Today we're talking about Justice League: Crisis on Two Earths. It's a movie from the DC animated film line, right? That's what we've been doing lately, going through these movies. So now we arrive at Crisis on Two Earths. I think this movie's all right. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's super exceptional, but I think it gets the job done. Now, when this movie first got announced, guys, I was so pumped because who doesn't love the crime syndicate, right? Like, if you're a DC fan, if you're a multiverse DC fan especially, you love Crisis on Two Earths. You love the idea of the crime syndicate. Grant Morrison, Frank Quitely had that book, Earth 2, JLA Earth 2. The original back in the day, like, the original Crisis was the JSA Earth and the JLA Earth, and then they brought in the crime syndicate. I love multiverse DC. If you guys follow this channel, if you follow the comic book videos we do, you guys know I'm a sucker for that stuff. So I was super pumped for this, but ultimately I was a little disappointed with the characterization of the crime syndicate. I felt like they were done a little too typical gangster mafia movie type, right? I don't know. They were talking about made men. They got the territory, you know. Ultraman's voice is, yo, Ultraman, I'm Ultraman. Who's coming on my territory? You're making a big mistake here. You know, like, I don't know. It just felt a little cliche gangster movie, at least to me. Aside from that, though, is I do like the structure of this film. I do like the pace of it. I really do like the voice acting. Mark Harmon from Summer School fame. That's at least... He's always Summer School to me, but he's also from NCIS, doing Superman, did a great job there. William Baldwin was Batman. Gina Torres is in here as Superwoman, but the big star to me is James Woods as Owlman. I love his performance. Owlman is the most just crazy, bonkers, insane villain we've ever had in one of these things. And I love it. I think it's really, really cool. But that's what I think about it. So I really like the movie, but I do think it's just a little, it's not quite what I was wanting as far as the crime syndicate goes. But speaking of the crime syndicate, my partner in crime right here, Jelani, I want to know what you thought about Justice League: Crisis on Two Earths.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this film.
Rock on.
I mean, James Woods does steal the show, basically. It's Lex Luthor going to the our Earth and recruiting our Justice League.
You live in the DC Earth?
I love the DC universe because I'd rather live in the Marvel universe for some reason. But you know, I
think originally our world was supposed to be Earth Prime back in the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not in this movie, obviously.
Right.
But I think
rock.
yeah. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
But I love the pacing of it. It's not that bad. I mean, I don't like that mafia type thing.
That's really my only problem with the movie.
That's like, it is kind of weird that they're hokey villains, but Owlman is basically the one that makes this film.
Owlman's super threatening. Superwoman's threatening too.
Yeah, he really.
The Ultraman is threatening
because she wants to get into it.
Yeah,
and Ultraman in the comic is a little bit more deadly. I know they wanted to tone down the violence because, you know, he could stand from the watchtower and just zap people with his vision and kill you. And I wanted to see more of that in this movie because I wanted to see how the fear is in this world of these criminals. I mean, if I was Ultraman or something like that, I've already taken over the White House. I've already done all of that stuff. Yeah, it's
surprising that they didn't. They're just going along because
they're scared and they use this world uses nukes to basically try to pacify this group. They're like, yeah, we're gonna take over the world, but we got nukes. I'm like, oh, I guess you got nukes, so I can't fight you. It was just so weird how they were holding them off.
I have a question, actually. Was the president in this movie supposed to be Slade Wilson?
Yes, that's Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Played by the guy that played Senator Kelly in the X-Men film by Bryan Singer.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember that guy's name.
That guy. It's something.
Brian
Dennis?
Sure.
Russell?
You can put that down in the comments.
Brooks, what do you think about this movie?
I thought it was alright. I mean, it was entertaining.
And you weren't even kidding there. Usually you kind of like, I thought it was alright. I'm just kidding, I loved it. He's like, nah, it's just alright.
It's alright, you know. It's not one I consider one of the best, but it's not. It's kind of middle of the road, you know. It's a good watch.
MOR? Little middle of the road?
Yeah. Not exceptional, but, good and fun still.
Yeah. When you're in the middle of the... Right? What do you guys think about James Woods, though? Well, that's the big thing I want to talk about. I think the best thing about this movie is James Woods. But before we get to that, this was Dwayne McDuffie, who was a great comic book writer, helped create the Milestone universe, right? Did a lot of work on the Justice League animated series. He has sadly passed away. I think he passed away shortly after writing this movie. So he did write the movie. He gets the characters. I just don't like this. I just like the way they approached the crime syndicate to me. It's Ultraman. Johnny Quick's okay. Power Ring is completely... Why is he even in this movie? Right?
He was just there.
Why even...
Because they needed a Green Lantern equivalent.
I get it, right? Power Ring's there, but why even add in all the other versions that aren't typically there, like the other version, the evil Black Lightning or the evil... the evil... No, they're in there. The evil Black Canary.
Vixen.
Yeah, the evil Vixen, the evil Katana. Why have them in there and not spotlight Power Ring and Ultraman and Johnny Quick and being evil and building up that threat? Like, it felt threatening when Lex first comes over and the Jester dies, right? He completely gets killed, and it feels like this is impending. This is a big deal. And then once they kind of like... I just think they used a little bit too many characters, maybe, and it took away from the awesomeness that the crime syndicate could be. If you just focused on Power Ring, Ultraman, Johnny Quick more, instead of all those other characters, built up that threat, they kind of took him out a little easy at times.
Yeah, I felt. Really easy.
I love... But Owlman is the difference here. Superwoman's good, and it's an interesting take on the character. And it's kind of true to the comic books, for sure, right? It's weird to me, almost out of character, that Superwoman would go along with Owlman's plan to destroy all of reality. I thought, in a typical story, she would turn, right? Yeah. And she would give the heroes the information they need. So it's bold, I think, that they didn't go that route, right? But Owlman is the key to this movie. Owlman is so great. James Wood does a very subtle, very low-key
He's like very emotionless. Yeah. It's like he's a robot or something.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
In the baddest way.
He always speaks in a monotone voice with these dead eyes that you can't see anything through.
Yeah.
Just perfectly round, and, staring straight forward, talking.
Right.
And he's a robot.
Oh my goodness. And he's almost got this lisp.
Yeah.
That kind of adds a little bit of effect to it for some reason. But like at the very, very end, when Batman finally defeats him.
Yeah.
And that's a great scene.
That's a great scene.
Because Batman's like, we are the same, but we're different. Because we both looked into the abyss. And you blinked. I love that, right? And so then, he's stuck there. It's about to blow up. His plan has failed. And he just goes, it doesn't really matter. And it's just like, he's just so bonkers insane. Now, it is a little crazy to think that all of a sudden, Owlman's going to realize that multiple Earths are real, and this is the conclusion he comes to.
I gotta destroy all of them.
It means that every choice we've ever made spawns off another universe. Nothing is real, nothing is set, it's all written down already. Let's just destroy it. Bonkers. Crazy, cold, evil. Oh, James Wood did such a great job. What do you think, Brooks?
Yeah, I agree.
Tell me why. Elaborate.
Well, it's like I said, like, out of the crime syndicate characters, Owlman is definitely the standout. He's the one who has a plan. Like, the Ultraman and the others, all they care about is, keeping their territory, keeping their little mob running. But Owlman's working, like, on different levels. as you would expect from a Batman equivalent, but yeah.
Owlman's never been that bonkers to me.
Not really.
Not in the things I don't know, man. Maybe I'm forgetting something.
Evil. He was just evil.
I want to destroy everything. Everything that ever was. Jeez. And he figures out the Earth Prime thing, and Luthor's so smart, right? But the one key that Owlman has to find to enable this plan, Luthor just kind of tosses behind like a computer.
He's like in the watchtower. He's like, they're building the watchtower, and he's just like, it's fine behind here.
It's fine.
Who cares?
How lucky is Batman that he was in that like alien suit,
yeah,
the Exo Squad suit, when like they had
to handled him though.
That was great. Yeah. And then when he brings in the others, that was a great scene to bring in the others and expand the Justice League.
Aquaman.
And I love that Aquaman scene where he's like, "Be careful, Aquaman. He's stronger than you." He's like, "That's yet to be seen." Like, that was awesome to me.
There's one other thing that kind of like this is like Wonder Woman does some like wrestling moves.
She does.
She
does.
Fucking Superwoman.
She does it.
She like puts her, she suplexes her. And
Yes.
elbow drops her.
She does it in the movies we'll be talking about in a couple weeks. She does it in
like
Superman, Batman, Apocalypse.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
She does.
It's like, what? We'll be talking about that in 2 weeks, I believe. But that's this Owlman's the greatest. James Woods as Owlman. Now I know that when we first talked about doing these movies, one of the first things you said to me is like, I am so pumped to see James Woods do that Owlman again.
Yeah, it is the best thing.
How'd it hold up?
He's so clean. He's like the cleanest bad guy that we've ever had. Like, just clear motivations. We've talked about it. We've gone over this. But his motivations are just perfect. Like, he just wants to destroy everything. We've already talked about it. But the James Woods performance as Owlman is the best thing. If I'd gotten more backstory on just him about, about how he becomes
instead of putting
Owlman.
the Spectre short on here, which is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll talk about those later on or something, but
man,
maybe an Owlman, like, that'd been cool to see his
I
background.
would love to see how Owlman
and I wonder, is that
way, or
is that the
Tom?
I wonder if that's the Thomas Wayne Owlman, right? Because typically it's Thomas Wayne in the crime syndicate, right? It's
so.
But like the brother, like not the dad, but the brother. Yeah.
But either way, oh man, he plays it so well.
His delivery is so subtle. It's so subtle. It's just so right there.
Well, if you watch this movie, just make sure you get ready for that James Woods performance. It's just so clean.
It's the best. It's the best.
We cannot speak any more about it.
I think
this is gorgeous.
I think that Mark Harmon does a great job of Superman.
He does.
I know him from Summer School because I just love that goofy movie. I've never seen an episode of NCIS, but apparently it's one of the biggest shows on TV.
He plays Agent Gibbs.
So you watch it.
My parents watch it.
Well, you also like Rockford Files, though. So I can kind of dig that. I mean, who doesn't like Rockford Files?
I don't think NCIS is better than Rockford.
You know, I'll tell you this then. Would James Garner had made... What superhero would James Garner be?
Wildcat?
Oh. Well, you're thinking of an older James Garner.
Yeah.
But back in the heyday.
Like the heyday
back in
James
the Rockford
Garner?
File days.
Green Lantern?
Green Lantern. Yeah, that's a good one. Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, wouldn't that have been cool? What were we talking about?
Guy Gardner, Green Lantern?
No, Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner could only... I don't know who... Carrot Top? I don't know. I hate Guy Gardner. To be honest. Gina Torres, I always thought she should play Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I always thought she should at least play an Amazon or Hippolyta. I was kind of disappointed when she wasn't cast in the Wonder Woman movie, to be honest with you. So I guess we got her here as Superwoman. It's kind of like the evil version of Wonder Woman. She does a good job. Yeah. She's kind of bonkers crazy, going along with Owlman. You know, she did a good job.
That plan. And she's like, that stuff she does to Batman. Like, that was weird.
Yeah,
like,
it was
she
a little
really
weird.
wanted to torture him.
That was a little weird.
Yeah, but I liked it. I liked that character, man. It was cool as crap the way she had it. Go ahead. But
I like Johnny Quick. Because what I like about Johnny Quick is
what he did.
I like the ending. How Batman kind of tricks him.
You're fast
and sacrificing himself instead of Flash. You're not fast enough, Barry.
Because at the end, too, when Johnny Quick's like, you knew this was going to happen, mate, didn't you?
He's like,
and Batman just goes,
well
played. He just dies.
You had to die, man.
And Barry or Wally, whoever it is just like, Batman's just evil.
Yeah.
Is he really Owlman?
Batman
was a cool tactician.
Maybe Owlman knocked Batman out and like dressed up in his costume and like,
yeah,
Batman is really Owlman.
What was that? What? One of my favorite things. This is a Batman-centric thing. It doesn't start out that way because he decides not to go.
Right.
He stays behind, but like Batman is key to this. And I love that moment when Superman says, "By the way, you were right," and then Batman goes, "We were both right." That's like the closest you're getting from Batman of being like, "You got it, bro. You know what? You got it, man. You my homie."
Like if it was like any other like friends, they'd have bumped fist right then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Booyah!
Just like, please don't touch me, Clark.
I would be shamed if I didn't mention the Martian Manhunter storyline. Because I love the idea that they even gave Martian Manhunter a storyline in here. He had his own version of...
a side story.
He had his own evil version, right?
Yeah.
And it was like...
died.
He looked like Warlord of Mars, like John Carter type stuff. And he died immediately, right? And you didn't have to do that, but that was kind of neat. So Martian Manhunter didn't have like... a counterpart. But like he's there to like convince Wade Wilson, who's the president. He falls in love with Rose... Ravager, right?
What?
They have like this romance, but I buy it, actually.
It was
I
pretty
buy
good.
It kind of hinted to me a little bit like The West Wing. At times.
Really?
Just a little bit. Remember the like
just the talking?
The president's daughter, and then like she fell in love with someone, and like you know.
I haven't watched Whiskey in a while.
Yeah, it's a good show, but anyway. So now let's go ahead and get into the ratings here. We do ya digs here. So out of 5 possible ya digs, Jelani, what do you rank Justice League Crisis on Two Earths?
I'll give it a 4.
4.
Because I enjoy it. Yeah, I'll call it 4 because, once again, is it something I watch again? And yeah, I could watch this again. I could watch this like 2-3 more times.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because James Woods owns the show. I already said it. Give it a 4.
Absolutely. 4 ya digs. Very respectful.
4 ya digs.
Hera agrees. Yep. Very respectful. Brooks, how many ya digs do you give Justice League Crisis on Two Earths?
I give it 3.
3?
Yeah. It's above average, but, you know, as far as, you know, action movies and superhero movies, I think it's pretty average. You know?
Yeah, pretty average. Yeah. Okay, so we got 4.
Mm-hmm.
We got a 3.
Okay.
I'm going to go right ahead and give Justice League Crisis on Two Earths 3.5 ya digs. I think it's pretty solid at times. I think James Woods' performance as Owlman is absolutely fantastic, amazing, chilling in a way. Ultimately, though, I feel like the stakes, as high as they were built up to be, and they did get high, and I really do like some of the stuff. But ultimately, I feel like just the crime syndicate didn't have enough oomph. Like, the whole point of the original, it's not that Owlman's the threat. The threat is that it's the crime syndicate. But I guess maybe it's just a crisis. They're going to destroy all the Earth. I liked it. I do like the idea that the multiverse is in there. James Woods is amazing. Harmon's good. Torres is good. The voice cast is pretty good. Baldwin, by the way, is Batman. William Baldwin, that is. Ultimately, I think it's a pretty good movie, but to me, it's basically like a 2-parter, 3-parter episode of Justice League. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Not as much of a movie for me. So, 4.0, 3.0, 3.5 for an average of easy 3.5, which means I was right. Or was I? Let us know in the comments down below. How many ya digs do you give Justice League Crisis on Two Earths? We want to know. We want to talk to you. And if you want to talk to us more about it personally, aside from Brooks, because he's not on social media, you can join us over at Facebook on the PCP Army. Just get into the Facebook, go to your search tab, go PCP Army, Pop Culture Philosophers, you'll find us. Send us a request. You can join us, talk to me and Jelani about what you think about this movie personally. Yeah. Right? Yeah? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please do join us next week when we talk about Batman Under the Red Hood. I hate Jason Todd, so this is going to be a very fun video to do. I'm very excited for it, to be honest with you. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please just join us at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. And we do promise you that the podcasts are coming back very, very soon. Don't forget about patreon.com/PCP, where you can join us and unlock exclusive content like a recent interview I did with Brooks, which was super fun, and some more fun stuff that we're going to be doing later tonight, only for Patreon subscribers over at patreon.com/PCP. Enough with the plugs. Thanks for rocking with us. You dig? Keep on going. Keep on living. Keep on being. Because what would an alternate version of ourselves be like? I don't know. But Robbie would probably know how to end the show correctly.
Mine would probably be president.
I have no clue what I'd do. It'd be fun, though.
You dig?
You'd be like the founder of Microsoft.
You would.
The creator of Google.
Yeah, everything would be good. You'd also be a megachurch preacher. Yeah. All at the same time.
Yeah.
Weird.